Hey guys, it's Frances with Find Your Crazy, and I'm back for another Tip Tuesday, my favorite time of the week when I get to share my tips, tricks, and hacks of how we raise a really big family in a really small space as we travel the United States in our RV full time. And today we're going to talk about our pets, one of our favorite recent organizational hacks that we can't wait to share with you. Because recently we were in a campground that had a ton of stray cats, and not just cats. There were geese everywhere. And so in the afternoons, we would let our dogs out, we would feed them in the morning, we would leave their water out, and every single day we were finding that these geese and these cats were eating the rest of our dog's food, and they were drinking out of their water bowls. It was leaving it disgusting, and I was terrified that they were going to pick up some kind of disease from all of these stray animals. And so we got to thinking of a way we could bring all of their accessories here in the house. But when you bring more inside the RV, more chaos and more craziness enters into the picture, because we had more things on the floor. Bowls were flying all over the place because the dogs were messing with them. People were kicking them. It was really kind of unorganized, and it was a mess. It was about to drive me crazy. So I had to really think of a way that I could recapture some space and reuse some areas of our home for our pets and their bowls. And so I began to look around at just any way that I could get these bowls kind of off the floor and hidden when we didn't need them, but out and accessible to both us and the dogs when we needed them. And so I thought of a great idea. Underneath our refrigerator and our stove are these flip out cabinets. So our cabinets flip down, and I was able to recapture this space for our dogs. You see, what I did is I just put some Velcro on the bottom of their bowls and the bottom of this cabinet. And so what we're able to do each day is to pop them down. We can fill, Brownie has a side and Finn has a side. So we give them their food in the morning, and then all throughout the day we're able to replenish their water. And then when we're done with that and they've had their fill, or we just really are going to get started on cooking dinner and need this out of the way, we can take these off, we can dump them in the sink, we can pop them back down, and then we're able to close this out of the way. It's fabulous. And it also really helps for them to not spin and go all over the floor, because these are metal and we have wooden floors, and they were slip sliding everywhere. We were tripping all over them. The dogs were scooting them as they drank water. It was a mess. And so this has been a really big game changer for us. It has helped to keep it organized, to keep it accessible to our dogs, but also out of the way when we need the extra floor space. And it doesn't just have to be a flip out shelf. You might not have that in your RV, but you might have a drawer, and all you have to do is put a little piece of plywood along the top and maybe cut out some circles where the dogs can have access to it at the right height. But then you can close that drawer up and you can have access to the dogs' bowls and water when they need it, but get it out of the way when you don't. There are so many other creative ways to do that, and I'd love for you to share if you have any tips or tricks of how you keep your dog stuff organized, how you keep things up off the floor when you don't need them, but accessible to your fur babies when you do. Because I tell you what, it's their home too, but we all need tips and tricks to help us live together in some sort of sanity. So let me know if you have any other tips. Leave them in the comment box, because what I found is I learn something every week, and not only do I, but everyone in our Find Your Crazy community wins when you share, because I know you have a great amount of wealth of knowledge you need to share with us. So until next week and another Tip Tuesday, we hope you and your crazy pets have a great week. Bye guys.